Hola crew, it's me Jade. I'm the founder of Small Business Growth Club and I'm super excited today to be going live to talk all about you. Specifically, are you supercharging your sales by utilizing the power of AI? I am, and I'm so excited to host this 5-day challenge where I'm sharing all the secrets behind my success. This is day 3 of our 5-day challenge. And it's been a cracker so far. I've been blown away by the responses from everyone. I've been demonstrating the incredible tools that I've created to supercharge your sales, to grow your audience, and to make more conversions online. And it's been awesome. But today is day 3. Our focus for today is something that you might think is quite small, but it's actually really powerful. So, what I'm talking about today is your bio. Do you have a bio online? The answer is yes, you do. Every single profile you create on every single platform, whether that's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, your own website, everywhere you show up online, you present yourself with your digital identity. But this is the huge mistake I see with so many small business owners. They have a really crappy bio. I'm just going to use plain language here because I want to be honest and open with you. Your bio is no good. For starters, the photo is no good. It's not clear, it's blurry, it's not attractive, it's not simple, it's not memorable, or the text and the words that you use to describe yourself are not interesting, attractive, relevant, remarkable. And the thing is, you have all the tools in your pocket. You have a phone in your pocket with an amazing camera. You have all the digital tools online to really present yourself in the best way possible you can online. And it's all for free. The only reason that you're not doing it is that you don't know how. So today I'm going to explore how to get your best bio online so that you show up looking the very best you possibly can. And the way that you serve your clients starts from the way that you show up online, the way that you introduce yourself, the words that you use, the pictures that you use, and that flows through as a metaphor to your entire business model. That's the power of this thing. Getting your bio right is actually unlocking the entire business that you have online. It's a small metaphor for the larger service, the larger offering, your larger identity. So I think this is a really exciting topic. I'm excited to dive in it with you. Holler at me in the chat if you are on this conversation. One of the big things that I love to do in every presentation that I host is to make space for you. This is not a lecture. It's a conversation. I love to find out who is in the room, what your business is, what your challenges are, and how I can help. And today I'll be presenting, along with BioWriter, a suite of AI tools that I've created that do the work for you. This is the great power and the great promise of AI, but are you using it? That's the question. So we're going to go through applying AI to your bio today. I hope you find it really enlightening. I hope you find it representative of the greater wins that are waiting for you when you harness the power of AI. And don't forget, if you're online, holler at me. I would love to spend time with you. I cannot wait to see what you're up to. I'm just jumping in and making sure that I'm live on all the channels. Supercharge your sales. That's the name of our post today, and I can't wait to dive in. So let me share my screen so that you can see what we're up to today. Holler at me in the chat if you can see that. I am sharing my Supercharge Your Sales with AI screen. I'll be delivering your formula to grow your audience and sales with the power of AI. Who wants a bit of that? Who's interested in growing and selling online? If you are around, holler at me. I can't wait to spend time with you. If you're in the room, please share your links with me. I want to get to know you and your business. Thank you for your time and energy. I want to respond by giving you as much free value as I possibly can. Sarah Johnston says, yes, I can see that. Thank you, Sarah. It's lovely to connect with you. I'm excited to spend time with you today. And tell me, Sarah, how do you feel about AI? Are you thinking, I'm at a 1, I can't believe there's another new tool I have to get my head around, I'm over it? Are you more at a 3 where you're like, I know this is the future, I've got to get with it, I'm prepared to do that? Or are you at a 6 where you think, hey, I'm a freaking AI wizard, I can't wait for the robots to take over, let's do this? I want to hear from you where you're at in your AI journey, and I want to let you know, no matter where you're at, there's room for you at this table. Everyone comes to things at different times. My superpower is that I'm really quick to adjust, really quick to adapt, and really quick to understand how to apply things for my own benefit. As a small business owner, you would know this. We need to turn things around on the whiff of an oily rag. Is that a term? Or we need to make something from nothing. That's what I've always done my whole life. I've been able to, build things from scratch. And I think as women, this is a really important skill. I remember when I first became pregnant. I'm a mum of three, and I had a wonderful job. I worked in magazines in Sydney, the big smoke, the biggest city in Australia. And I first became pregnant, and I was really scared about my losing my job because pregnancy discrimination is rife. And I remember talking to my girlfriend on the lawn in front of our beautiful, glittering office at the heart of the city. And she just said to me something that has stayed with me my entire life. And that is, she said, we're women. We always need to know how to make our own income. And the crystal clear simplicity and the truth of those words just hit me. It was not complaining. It was not being angry or aggressive. She just stated the facts. You listening to this call, you always need to know how to make your own income. And the great thing is that there are plenty of free tools online where you can do so. There are multi-billion-dollar tools waiting for you to pick them up, waiting for you to apply them. And there are actually billions of people on this planet who have problems, who don't know what to do, who's need to be served by your expertise. So it's really is a matter of connecting you with them. You can serve them, you can make their lives better, but they don't know that. So that's where I come in, helping you clarify your message, helping you communicate with those people so that you guys can share energy, so that you can make each other's lives better. You help them with service and they help you with sales. And for me, it's quite straightforward. Sales is a really joyful, energetic process. I hope that I can empower you with the tools you need online to go out there with your business, with your energy, and make an impact on the world, make someone else's life better. So holler at me. I've got Aisha in the house. Welcome, Aisha. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got Sarah. She says, excited, but yes, there are so many tools. I'm probably at a 6. Sarah, that means you're an AI guru. I'm excited to know about you then. What tools are you using? How are you using them? What results have you seen? Let's kick off that conversation and get cracking. So a little bit of a backtrack. I am a photographer. I'm a skilled photographer and videographer. I have captured incredible people in the world, including faces you might recognize, like Kate Hudson, Sarah Jessica Parker, Elizabeth Gilbert, Marie Folio in Australia, Lisa Wilkinson, and Lee Sales. And I work as a photographer, but during COVID, my photography business completely shut down. I'm not alone in this. The whole world shut down. And I realized at that time that I was vulnerable because I had a business that is completely reliant on me physically being present with other people. And I was like, hold on a second, we can do better than this. So at that time, I pivoted and I did something really smart. And I really want to impress on you. The first learning starts here is that I did something and I monetized my social. Now, what makes this so smart? Because it's free. Social is a free platform. You don't pay a cent for web hosting. You don't pay a cent for data uploads. You don't have to wait to have, just 20 queries per day. Social is a completely free platform that, in fact, right now I'm utilizing to stream live across the world, and I can do that without paying a cent. Imagine if you monetize that. That's 100% pure profit that you're making from day one. So that's really smart. As small business owners, your biggest constraint on what you do is, well, there's two big constraints. Let's be honest. One of your biggest constraints is your time. You only have 24 hours in a day. Your other biggest constraint that I'm sure you're well aware of is you don't have the money. You don't have the money to pay for global publishing of your book or global publishing of TV ads or global ads in the newspaper, but you do have money for free tools like Facebook, like Instagram, like LinkedIn, and they can publish your message globally for nothing. So that was the really smart thing I did. I monetized my social and I got incredible results. Like, what a genius. I got incredible results like this, me connecting with 1.2 million people in a single week, getting incredible actual data results. So 17,000 saves on a particular post that I shared. I think that's 100,055 plays of a video. Here's my video results. I got 4.7 million views on a particular video. I was able to make tens of thousands of dollars. Hooray. And really prove this new business model that it works. And that was really exciting to me. But the most exciting thing was the impact I was making on other people's lives. And by other people, I mean mostly women and I mean mostly mothers. Typically, me, a mum of three, I'm typically locked out of the corporate employment market because I have so many caring responsibilities that I can't get to an office in time and I can't get home in time. It is so dumb that a smart, ambitious, driven woman like me can't contribute to the economy. But through my small business, I found my own way. And I'm delighted to share that way with you because once you have the data and the information, you can then make your own decision whether it works for you or not. So the really exciting thing was making an impact on other women's lives with them saying things like, "You are amazing. Wow, look, 2,900% for my Insta reach. Hooray, hallelujah, it works." And the great thing about this is I made a ton of cash, hooray. But then I realized, and I'm going to be honest about this, I realized that content creation is a treadmill, right? Great, you make a ton of cash one month. Well, you got to do it all again the next month. And the reality is that small business is a bit of a treadmill, right? Because if you stop working, if I stop working, the business stops working, we stop making money, we stop making a living. Now, that is part of the blessing of a small business. That's the freedom that people talk about, but it's also a bit of a stress because I got to keep running. I got to keep on that treadmill. And so my next challenge was, of course, well, what do I need to do to get off this treadmill? Right. And when you go out there in the market, every single person you meet is telling you that they have the solution to your treadmill woes. The email crew swears that as soon as you invest in their $12,000 email program, you'll have the secret. The video crew, you've got to spend 5 hours a day creating videos. The SEO crew, you've got to pay for $10,000 for SEO optimization. The Facebook ads crew, the funnels crew. Oh, you don't have a funnel? You need a funnel. And the brand strategists who are right up here at the top of the pay scale, demanding thousands of dollars for a brand strategy, which is unclear exactly what that PDF does for you. So this was my problem. This is your problem because you are also in the market, also thinking, okay, what's the fastest way for me to make sales and make a sustainable living for myself and my family? And every single one of these people is swearing that they are the one and only solution. And while I acknowledge that each of these particular people have a part to play, none of them have the complete solution for you because I guarantee if you go all in on email, it is very unlikely that you're going to make that sustainable income. Otherwise, why the heck would I be here doing this call? Like, if email was the solution, why the heck would we be doing anything else? You're a smart business owner. I'm a smart business owner. We'd just be doing that thing that made the cash. So each of these people or each of these offers has a part to play, but it's not the complete solution. Sorry, spoiler alert. And so where that leaves you is feeling overwhelmed because every single person claims to have the solution, but it's unclear whether they do. Spoiler, they don't. It's a system. And number two, you're inconsistent because one week you might go all in on video and then that doesn't work. And then the next week you're all in on email and then that doesn't work. And the next week you're thinking you've got to build a funnel, right? And so you flip flop between all these different things, unable to really get success and action in any of them. And that leads you directly to burnout. And we all know that, being a small business owner is hardcore. It's not for the faint hearted. Being a parent is not for the faint-hearted. Being a woman is not for a faint-hearted. Each of these massive Everests piles on top of each other, and you can be left with a direct treadmill to burnout, which is not great. So I am always on the lookout for the solution to this, right? I'll never stop being on the lookout for this solution because that's just the way my brain works. So into this comes AI, and AI talks a good game, like it talks all the promises of the world. You slap an AI sticker on something and it's instantly going to solve all your problems. But really what I want to unpack today is the practical way I'm using AI to solve my problems, to get things happening, to make an impact and to get off that treadmill. And if you are interested, I have a free resource for you. You can simply scan this code and you'll get a free prompt and you can run it for yourself and play the game, get into the game, run it on ChatGPT, run it on Llama, run it on Gemini, see what it comes up with. This free resource is actually linking you to the one person who matters, and that is your ideal customer. So when you're working with me, I'm giving you practical tools. I'm helping you from the very first second we interact, and this free prompt is no different. When I was researching this particular workshop, I came across a quote and it really stuck with me. It said, AI won't steal your job. Someone using AI will. And that's the thing when you start interacting with AI, you realize that this technology is powerful. You really get a sense for, oh, hold on a second, what do we need me for? And the thing is, you're not going to work out what you need you for till you start using this tool and you find out what it can do, and so that where you need to go in your next chapter, in your next part of your career, to be elevated above it. So I think that's exciting. Obviously, it can be intimidating. And yeah, like I said, AI talks a good game, because after you grab my free prompt and you head to ChatGPT, you'll be met with a screen just like this. And then you'll be sitting there going, what do I do now? Like, it's it's a blank page all over again, right? It's like, what am I doing here? And yes, I've given you some prompts. Here are other examples of prompts. The thing with prompts is they actually have these kind of gaps in them, which make it a bit unclear as to what you need to do. Because, for example, if we take prompt 3, what are some creative ways to promote your offer on Instagram to your ideal follower? It's got these square brackets in it. Well, what if you don't know what your offer is? What if you don't know who your ideal follower is? You've just been given a prompt that just gives you 2 more problems and 2 more chores that you have to work out when it's not clear. You just want to make money. You just want to make a sustainable income. Again, not quite the solution that you're thinking of. And the really powerful thing is that I have a sustainable business system for you. That's the powerful thing. Right from that moment where I was on the lawn with my girlfriend, I have always had my eyes on this vision of a sustainable business system that supports me, supports my family. It's not crazy work going to push me into burnout. It also doesn't need to be crazy lucrative. I don't need to buy a boat to be successful. I need to be balanced, mentally healthy, and there for my kids. Like that's it. And I am building this system and I'm sharing it with you. The second that it comes out, the second that I create this architecture, I've already deployed it to my Small Business Growth Club members, because that's where I share my latest and biggest innovations, and they're using it now and they're loving it. So the question is, do you want to come on board? Because AI is great. It's the solution. It's the reason you're in this room. It's the big hype new thing. But actually comes back down to business fundamentals. The essential reasons why humans buy and sell and exchange is going to be it's going to be the same for the age of time, right? So AI is great, but it doesn't, do everything. We need to combine it with those business fundamentals to build your sustainable income. And that is how I've come up with this, your success path. And I really thought long and hard about what you need to do to build a sustainable business online. And remember that slide that I shared with every single person promising that they have the solution just so they can sell their thing to me? Well, the truth is, that's not the reality. The reality is you need to do a bit of all these things. And that may be enlightening and empowering to you, or it may be stressful and overwhelming to you. I don't know. You tell me how you feel when you look at this graph. For me, it breaks it down into step by step, and it lets you know that you don't need to do all of the things at once. You need to start in a particular spot, and I'll tell you right now where you start. You start with your customer. There is no more important person on the planet for you as a small business owner than your customer. And this is a big mistake that I see so many small business owners make. They're like, I need a funnel. I need to do video. And it's like, who for? They haven't even taken the time to really define that person, to really have a beautiful 3-dimensional view of who they are serving and who is going to buy this stuff that they're investing in, right? So for me, this success path is fundamental. It's basic. It's something that I come back to every single day. It starts with your customer, and we started with your customer on day one. Beautiful Aisha was there with me. We used my AI tool to go through your customer finder to find who this person is, to define them, and then give you a content schedule that gives you 14 days of content based on who they are. And this was with 0 prompts. This is the power of AI. Yesterday, we went through strategy. Awesome. I built strategies for people. I can run strategies for you guys in 30 seconds. I can tell you exactly who you need to target, what you need to do, and give you a personal introduction so that you can go out online and talk constantly for the rest of time about exactly saying what you need to make conversions, to make sales. Today, though, we have moved on to day 3 of our AI challenge, and I'm up to bio and brand. And we're going to update your brand and bio. And like I said at the start, your bio really is something quite simple. You'd think, oh, why don't we start with bio first? Well, first of all, your customer is the most important person. And I'm following a framework that's not just defined by me, but is also defined by the very best marketing minds in the world who have been, treasured icons since, the dawn of time, not the dawn of time, but since the 19 the 2017, when this book came out. We're following guided principles, right? So we start with your customer because that is the way that business is done. We also then head to strategy because without a plan, you're just flip flopping around. We're knocking down your biggest problems down the list, right? And brand and bio is your next biggest problem because even though it's small, even though your bio only takes up 6 lines, if you do a crappy bio, boom, you're done, you're gone, you're cooked. If you have a crappy homepage on your website, no one wants to buy with you. If you have a really boring intro on LinkedIn, again, you're doing yourself a disservice. So we are taking advantage of the easy wins. We're knocking down your biggest problems day by day. And today we're doing brand and bio. So holler at me in the chat if you're excited by that. Do you have your bio handy? We can workshop it together. I'm here to serve you. I want to value your time and respect your energy and give you special treatment because you're on this call. So if we talk about brand and bio, without further ado, let's jump in there. I'm talking a good game. Or should we go through a few fundamentals? Maybe let's go through a few fundamentals first because this will outline exactly what's going wrong. So one of the huge things that I see people doing wrong is they have a really bad bio photo. So first of all, humans connect to faces. You might not want to show up online. You might think, I don't want to show my face. Well, guess what? You kind of have to. If you expect and want sales and you're not prepared to do the bare minimum, which is to show your face, then your expectations are out of line with what you're prepared to do. So you have a phone in your pocket. You can easily take a photo at any time of day and night. That's not a challenge. If you want to look good in your photo, then throw a filter on. Don't let anything stop in your way from getting that clear bio photo out into the world. So you need in your bio photo your face at least 50% of the frame. No full bodies. No, people don't connect with your knees. No, we don't need your dog, your cat. We don't need a field of flowers. We need your face. Humans are biologically wired to connect with faces. Take advantage of the biology and do the basics. Secondly, we need direct eye contact. We don't want to be looking this way or that way. I see a lot of bio photos where people are working on their computer. That's no good. The point is direct eye contact. The point is to create a lifelike situation, to make your brand memorable, remarkable, connectable. You also want to have a brand color in the background. One of the big mistakes I see is that people are, you look at me where I am. Look at the way I've set up this video. The reason why I've used this green background, this pink light, and this leopard print jumpsuit is because of the contrast. If I was standing on a white background with my white hair, you would just see like a white piece of paper talking to you. Using visuals, using visual impact is really important. That's why we separate you from your background and we give your background a brand color so that people in their brains, in their little primal little brains, can connect with you and remember you as that color palette. This is your shortcut to memory, to being remarkable, to standing out, and to have that identification. And finally, we have head and shoulders only, no full body. We don't have any text in our bio photo. If you want to have a bio photo with text, no one's going to read it because don't forget, it gets squashed down to tiny little 20 by 20 pixels in many places online. You don't want to have a tiny logo on there. A lot of people have like a tiny logo with tiny writing. That is completely unmemorable. My brain isn't geared to understanding that. So it becomes like mush. And you don't want to have any hands. You don't need hands in that. Just keep it to your head and shoulders and your face. Let me know in the chat if that resonates with you, if that's useful for you. This definition of this best bio photo is inside my Small Business Growth Club. I have a full workbook on this, and I tell you exactly how to achieve this, from taking the photo to removing the background to adding the white line around your head and shoulders to adding your brand color in the back. This is really powerful. Clean and simple equals maximum connection. So getting that right is really important. And Aisha, I've seen from day one, you have a great bio photo. I think you've used a website that does all of it for you automatically and, gives you a bio background, which is great. You can use those tools as well. And again, I've recommended those tools inside my bio guide in my Small Business Growth Club paid membership. So when it comes down to the writing, we're going to use Instagram as an example here. The writing on Instagram really matters. And Instagram has this distinct kind of graphic format. And I say that graphic, even though you use text, it's actually a graphic formula because the text needs to be formatted in a way that is visually understandable before we can even sit and read it. So Mary says, "Hi Jade, hi Mary. Thanks for joining us, Mary. Mary, you have a great bio. We are diving into bios today, and I think you'll get a lot from this. And I can open up your Instagram bio and keep it top of mind while we're talking about this. So Mary has a few accounts. Let me know, Mary, which account you want to be talking about and thinking about, because I've got your Faithful Farmer Coach up here now, and I can see your bio is looking really good. I love that. The only thing I would say about your bio photo, Mary, I love the power of the goat that you brought into your bio. Generally, I say no animals, but because you're holding a goat, you get special treatment. The only thing I would say about your bio photo, Mary, is I think you could remove the background. I think that if you had a plain background, you yourself would be more silhouetted and people would be able to use their eyes to digest your facial information rather than get confused and distracted by the trees, the fence, the other things that are going on in that photo. Now, that is all detailed. How to do that, how to rip the background off, how to give yourself this beautiful white line around your bio image is all detailed in my bio guide, which is inside our Small Business Growth Club. So I can send that to you, Mary, or I can connect it in our other Facebook group. So Aisha says, I don't have this pic on IG as my bio, but I've got the logo. Yeah, Aisha, look, that's a decision that many small business owners make. But honestly, I'm telling you now, people connect to faces. They just do. People connect to eyes and eyebrows. Interestingly enough, I'm a photographer. I know this. People love to have logos. Big businesses have logos because they don't want to be connected to an individual face. But are you a big business? Do you want to utilize every tool on the table to make maximum connection? I do. So I'm using my face for all my bios. And I use the same photo across all my channels. So my Facebook, my LinkedIn, my Instagram, they all have the same face. It gives me instant recognition globally across every channel that I go to. And it's, again, another advantage, another tool in my kit, another reason why I've got 127,000 followers and other people don't, because I utilize everything on the table. So Mary says, I completely agree. I will redo it according to your guide. You're the best, Mary. We can do it together. Perfect for sending the guide. Aisha says, gotcha. Gotcha. Good stuff. We want to just get you the results, right? I'm one of those people, I don't care what it takes. I know that you've got a great photo here. Why not use it there? So now we're going to talk about your bio formula. Like I said, you've got 6 lines to play with in your Instagram bio, but the principles that I share here, they apply across the spectrum of everywhere on your website, on LinkedIn, Facebook, everywhere. We want your bio to follow a particular formula in these 4 lines. Number 1, remember how in your success path, what was the most important thing? What was the place that we start? We start not with you, but with your customer. Your bio formula. This is the biggest mistake I see from everyone online is they start talking about themselves. I'm a personal finance coach. I'm a fitness trainer. And the thing is, what does that mean to me? What's in it for me? Like, that's an instant way to get people to shut down and not care once you start talking about yourself. If you are trying to make sales to people, then you need to be there for them because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get them to give you money. So your first line must be around who you help. And ideally, you say how you help them. So, for example, if you are a small business owner and you help people make money, you could say helping women entrepreneurs make more money. In that line, you can see I've named who is my ideal customer, women entrepreneurs, so that any woman entrepreneur who's reading that will instantly turn around because she's been named and now she knows that this bio is for her. This is really important. Helping women entrepreneurs make more money. Number 2, we talk about what you offer. So it might be some kind of framework, some kind of guide. You might have specifics. And this is where we say that. We say, it might be an example, transform your passion into a thriving business with my 6-figure framework. Right. So you're kind of highlighting that you've got a plan. Remember yesterday when we went through strategy, we spoke about Donald Miller and the importance of showing your ideal customer that you have a plan for them, that you know what's going on. So if we have a look at Mary's bio, which I'm having a look at now. I can bring Mary's bio. Ooh. Should we start to flip flop, or we'll just maybe go through this once and then we'll duck over to people's bios and I can give you a review. So what you offer is line two. Now, line three is asking your audience or sharing some credentials. So, for example, you might want to ask your audience a question. Are you ready to scale your income? We might ask them about their personal gain, like what is it that they want? Or, we might ask them about their pain. Are you ready to leave financial instability behind? That's where we come into the emotions. We lean on the pain and gain points, specifically talking to that person, seeing them, saying them, knowing them. This is really important. That's why we spend all this time knowing your customer, so we can then deploy that knowledge here on this touch point. The other thing you might want to do here is kind of say some credentials or do some social proof. For example, if you've had 100,000 downloads of your podcast, or you've helped 10,000 farmers, or you have some kind of special credential. So Aisha, you've made $10 million in personal finance made for investors, or something like that, right? That's fine too. But finally, and this is something we don't muck around with, we don't change, is not line number 4. We have a call to action. So you might have a freebie. This is where you have your lead magnet. This is where you have your something you're going to give someone for free to get them closer to you. If we think of your bio like a funnel, because it is a funnel, this is exactly a metaphor for a funnel. And the thing is, you might go and pay a funnel expert $10,000 to build you a funnel, but you might not even have your bio right. The funnel is the front door, and every single line is like someone taking a step closer and closer to your front door. And what we really want is a bio that is not like a step, it's like a slippery dip. It's like human comprehension is so fast, it's like in seconds, they're all the way down and they've tapped the button and they haven't even thought about it one bit, because every single piece of your bio spoke to them, it saw them, it welcomed them, right down to the call to action where you might say something like, free your game plan to 2x your sales. So you're very specifically talking about something free, you're making it no cost to them. You've got a plan for them, your game plan. You've got a result for them, an outcome, a transformation, 2x your sales. And notice again this language that I'm using. Remember when I spoke about what small businesses do wrong? They always start everything with I'm launching my online course and I've got a new podcast episode. The telltale sign of good writing, of good calls to action, using the word your. What's in it for them? Don't make the big mistake that every small business owner makes, talking about yourself. Nobody cares about you. People care about results. They care about their problems. Get smart. Talk about them. It's pretty simple. So Aisha says, would this approach work for your LinkedIn headline too? Absolutely, Aisha. Of course it does. It works universally. It works everywhere on the planet. It works when you meet someone for the first time and you say to them, or they ask you, what do you do? And you say, I help women entrepreneurs make more money. And they're like, well, hello, I'm a woman entrepreneur and I want more money. Tell me more, right? As opposed to, I work in personal finance and I've launched a podcast today and I've got the newsletter and oh, my kids are driving me, or whatever random crap you might say otherwise, right? We want to make you sales. We need to be smart, focused, and targeted. There is a formula to do so. And the formula comes back to this idea of what's in it for them. If you want someone to give you their money, you need to tell them why you're worth it. What's in it for them? This is the critical thing that so many small business owners get wrong. At every touch point, you need to be telling them what's in it for them. Every post, every caption, your bio is the most important thing, because otherwise they just don't care. So that's all good. Let's go through, and now you know the formula. Why don't we just run the bio writer for you? So at the end of the day, what I've done is I've built a tool that writes your bio for you. Because heck, I've told you the formula. I have tons of workbooks and workshops and step-by-step examples in my small business growth club. But in my club, my biggest problem is people don't access the learning. People are time poor, and it's not their fault. It's my job to bridge that gap. It's my job to come up with something better. So I've come up with something better. It's called a bio writer, and I'm going to take you there now. So let's stop this share. Hover at me in the comments if you want me to use your business and your bio as an example. I know that Mary said she did, so we can run it for you, Mary, for sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open a new window, open that chat GPT. I'm also going to open Instagram. or you let me know what you want me to use, how we can kick this off. Because as you know, when you're working with me, there's no prompts required. We just need to take some information that is currently available. So if I share this with you, you'll see it here. So here we are, and I have beautiful Mary's Instagram bio. Let me know if you can see that. So, Faithful Farmer Coach, I love your name, Mary. Spot on. We've got a 177 posts, 197 followers. Good stuff, Mary. You're getting started. Um, Mary says here, Faith, farming coach and mentor, Mary T. Awesome. Love it. Lots of SEO keywords here. You've got your name here. If I was to give you some advice, I might put Mary T, with a vertical line maybe in front of it. And maybe I'd put Faith, comma, farming coach and mentor, and then put a vertical line. But, that's by the by. I can just kind of copy here what I might do if I was this. I would say Faith, farming coach, mentor, and then I put a vertical line, and then I put Mary T. Something like that. That's what I might do. But that's a very small tweak on what you've already got there, which is great. Now, you've got number one, empowering faith-driven farmers. Boom! Mary, nailed it in the club. You know what I like about this? Faith-driven farmers. You've named who is your ideal customer. Great way to describe them, right? And you know what you do for them? You empower them. Bring it on, Mary. Taking me to the next line. How do you do that? Through proven farming strategies and mindset coaching. Hell yeah, Mary, sign me up. That's what I want, especially the proven part. I love this. And then Mary skips straight to the CTA, which is great. The shorter, the better. Download your free success guide. Simple. Who's not going to click on that? We've got all this great stuff here. We can go to the Faithful Farmer. Mary, this is a really smart and simple funnel you've set up. This is the thing, you can make funnels as complicated as you want, or you can make them as simple as 3 lines. And I love how you've done that. Congratulations. So if we are in ChatGPT, Aisha says, I rewrote mine after Monday's session. I'd like to see if there was an improvement. Of course, Aisha. So let's have a look at Aisha's bio. Mary, we can run your bio through BioWriter, but because it's so good, it's probably just going to give you like variations on that, which is great. It's always good to get variations and ideas. But let's have a look at Aisha's and see if we can get a dramatic improvement. Aisha, what's your Instagram bio? Or any bio, LinkedIn, whatever you want. You tell me where you want to go. I believe, because I don't think it's your name, is it? I think it's something else. Isn't it about finance? You tell me, Aisha. Otherwise, we can go into connect the dots. That's right. Thank you. Let me grab it here. Connect the dots. It definitely is something. Connect the dots. There we go. Aisha, personal finance educator. Awesome. Yes, I love this. I love the setup there. I love how you got the SEO friendly keywords in there. I love how you got your first name there. And look, I can see your logo. It's got a beautiful, strong brand color, but your face is going to be so much more powerful than these text lines that will become illegible as soon as the bio gets shrunk down. So you really just got to think about what makes an impact, what is useful for people, and your face is going to be far more useful data than those words that will mean nothing. So that's why I would make that call there. I recommend here with this threads. Did you know that this threads is just a link for another Instagram product? They're just using your account as a personal signpost for their product. So, this link takes me totally away from where I was at, where I was trying to enjoy your content. Don't forget your number one goal, your number one objective for me being on your account is to click the link at the bottom of your bio, not to go to threads and fall down the threads rabbit hole of random other stuff that may or may not be useful. So I would remove that 100%. Again, this education category, that's not useful for your clients. Your clients are still trying to find out what you are. Maybe you are or are not education. This is throwing them off. This is purely for Instagram's purposes. It's not for you and your purposes. I would remove that category altogether. And if you want all music on Instagram, then you need to set it to entrepreneur, make it invisible, and leave it as that. That's the smartest way to get what you want. Now, I like this first line, empowering ambitious women to find financial peace of mind. Beautiful. I love that. That's great. The thing that I love here is ambitious women. That's a really broad niche. I love it. I think it's good. My next question is, how do you do that? And so you've answered it here with free resources, one-on-one consults, and group programs. Perfect. And then DM me for a free audit. Now, this one is a bit weaker because what if I don't want to DM you? I don't, people are shy. People just don't, and people don't like to take action. People don't want to be like, what do I say to her? Tap, tap, tap. You've just given me at least 15 taps to do, which I'm not going to do. Okay. I'm going to be straight up with you. As much as I like and love you, I'm not going to do it. That's why a link is powerful. That's why a freebie is powerful, because getting to that freebie gets them hooked onto your email list, which means you can send them 50 points of contact from now going forward, because guaranteed human beings are not going to take action on the first time you direct them to do something. Humans are lazy, they're overwhelmed, they just don't have the bandwidth. They get sick, they have their kids get sick. There's too many variables that get in the way of people taking action. That's why the most important thing needs to be getting people on your email list so that you can then expand your point of contact, the window of contact that you have with this person, into kind of infinite touch points over a much larger period of time. So we'll definitely change the profile, says Aisha. Good on you. Thanks for those tips. Yes, Aisha. Well, I mean, you've got the great business there. We just want to make sure your business has the most beautiful front door. So if we chuck into ChatGPT this information, it will give us back some options and ideas for you. So that's what I've built, a tool that does your bio for you. Let me know in the chat if you can see this tool. I'm pulling up my bio writer. It's your best Instagram bio, but the fundamentals apply everywhere. Paste your current bio in the message box. You'll get a strengths and weakness analysis, plus 5 better bio suggestions to consider. So let's chuck in Aisha's one, and Mary, will do yours next for sure. So your bio review. Great start with your name and niche keywords. Hooray! The robots say you're on track, Aisha. So let's see what else it says. Consider splitting your information into shorter, more concise lines. Absolutely. Don't think I said this, but see how the line wraps? We definitely don't want that. We want to follow the graphical format that keeps things comprehensible and simple for busy people to connect with. So this, when it wraps like this is a no-no. We want it to be simple. So you could just say financial peace and get rid of the of mind. You could adding a question can engage your audience more effectively. That's that line 3. You could introduce that between these two. Start to lean on their pain and gain. Remember, humans make decisions from emotion. If you can connect with them emotionally, they're far more likely to DM you. So, that's why you run the customer finder tool, Aisha, and you have a list of their pains and gains. And then you could give that pain and gain to BioWriter and say, use these pain and gains to come up with the best bio question for me. We're amalgamating these incredible GPT tools. And it says your CTA can be stronger and more compelling. Yeah, we already established that, didn't we, Aisha? So it leaves your first line untouched. Empowering ambitious women to achieve financial peace. It trimmed that first line. Free resources, one-on-one consultation and group programs. Great. Want a free financial audit? Click for your financial success plan. Wow. I hope you like that, Aisha. I feel like that is simple. It builds on your great start, your great bones, and it just kind of completes it. It rounds it out. It gives it that finishing touch. So we have your assessment. We have your best bio. We have also additional bio suggestions. So we can have a look here, and helping women find financial stability. I mean, that one seems pretty important to me. It seems pretty good option to me because it is cool. Thank you, Aisha. I appreciate you. I build these tools so that they'll be helpful to other people. So it makes a huge impact on me when you say that it's helpful to you. So I love this line here, helping women find financial stability, because what we're doing there is we're leaning on the pain point of financial instability. That is something that you, me, and every person on the planet has faced at some point. So leaning on that gives an emotional weight to your message. Offering free resources and consultations. Again, the unit's a nice twist on it. Want a free financial checkup? Discover your success path. So awesome, Aisha. This is going to give you the SEO line is great. Yay, Mary. I'm so glad you see that. Yeah, I think, Aisha, everyone in this room should be your client, right? Everyone here is an ambitious woman. So your challenge is now, what do you say to them to get them on board? Will you say to them what these AI tools are giving you, right? These AI tools are giving you the key to communicate. And then your job is simply to go out there and repeat it. So supporting women on their financial journey, again, success plan, financial peace for ambitious women. I love it. Guiding women to financial peace. There's a whole bunch of different options here. I hope you can see how each of them gave you a different twist on it, whichever suits your interest and capacity best. You could also play story games with your audience and ask them, hey, everyone, I'm Aisha. I'm a financial, what do we say? We were a financial educator. I'm updating my bio. I've got these 2 options. Which appeals to you most? right? And we invite our audience to participate in the conversation. One of the huge mistakes that I see is that people update their bio photo or they change their bio and they don't give a chance to get the data, validate, research, pre-sell, get people to buy in, you know? Small business and doesn't happen in a vacuum. The whole point of these channels is to be social, is to get conversations started. So using stuff like this is your conversation starter. This is how you talk about your business in a non-boring, non-salesy way. You play games, you invite your audience to give you their opinion, and you serve them. So I hope you love that. Mary, I promised I would run it for you, and I absolutely will. So let's grab Mary's bio. And the thing is with yours, Mary, you've already got a great bio. So it'd be interesting to see what it comes up with. And let's see what they say. Aisha says it makes sense. Awesome, Aisha. I'm so glad it does. So this is the bio writer for Mary. It says straight up, good use of keywords with faith, farming coach, and mentor. We knew it, Mary. We knew it. Bio should be broken into shorter lines for better readability. I think your lines are fine, but this bio writer is a bit crotchety sometimes. The ideal customer is not explicitly stated. Look, I'm not sure that's true. You've said faith-driven farmers. The question page is the question to engage potential followers is missing. Oh yeah, it's highlighted that you could have another line in here. You can take up more real estate on the bio page. Obviously, your bio can't go beyond those 6 lines, but if it's less, it takes up less real estate. And as we all know, with real estate, the more you have, the better. So it's saying that you can introduce a question there. The CTA is clear, but could be more compelling. Great, whatever. So farming coach and mentor, empowering faith-driven farmers to thrive, proven farming strategies and mindset coaching, ready to boost your farm's success. Download your free success guide. So it's just introduced a third line in there for us, which I think is fine. How can we help you grow? That's kind of nice. Ready for next level farming success? There's a few options there. So Aisha says, yes, Mary does have an awesome bio. So glad, Mary. Well, so glad of you. So kind of you to say that, Aisha. And Mary has an awesome bio because she's in my Small Business Growth Club and she's been using these tools and had access to all of this stuff for a few months now. So obviously, like you've seen, it takes no time to update your bio. It takes no time to have great messaging, have great strategy, have great communication. It takes no time and costs $0 when you're using AI as your personal assistant to get this stuff done. So thank you for your kind words for Mary. So as you can see today, we've gone through a whole bunch of things and basically I've illustrated my bio writer. It's not standalone, right? The whole point of this, we've kind of ticked off bio and brand. Branding is a little bit more and we've run out of time to dive into that, but bio and brand is something you need to work on together. And that brand part of it comes into what are the colors that you're going to use for your business. So Aisha, you've got that really beautiful, strong aqua and green. We want to think about, does that align with your ideal customer and the message that you're giving? And we can use AI tools to go through all of that too. We're not going to do it in this particular session now. We've already shared a whole bunch of stuff, but this is all in my Small Business Growth Club. Your success path empowered by AI tools every step of the way. I hope you can see how for your customer, we had the customer finder. For your strategy, we had the strategy story brand. For your bio and brand, we've had the bio writer. And tomorrow, we're really excitingly diving into content. But every step of the way, the work is done by AI. And as you can see, it's not perfect. It's not like you just copy and paste it. You might tweak a few things, but the heavy lifting is done, which is really important for you as a small business owner and as a parent. The sustainable business system that I have built takes you from feeling overwhelmed, inconsistent, and burnt out towards having more time, more money, and in control of your business. As Aisha said so kindly, Mary does have a great bio now. Now the next step is, now that bio is set, Mary doesn't need to do anything. Now the next step is to work on the next step of Mary's success path. Right. We tick it off and then we move on. When I had come out of COVID and pivoted and was successfully monetized my social, I realized I didn't, even though I was making money, I didn't have enough, right? Every single person out there was telling me to buy their email program or to invest in Facebook ads. And I figured, well, crap, I better start earning more money, working harder, spending more, trying to find more hours in the day. When now I realized AI can actually change the game on all of that stuff because my successful and your successful system can be powered by free AI. So when we have your success path defined and we have every step of the way supercharged by AI tools, And that is why you need my Small Business Growth Club, because this is where all the tools live. They're all inside Small Business Growth Club. And as Mary will tell you, we're actually releasing new tools every single week, because why not? The tools cost nothing. You can use them and instantly get a great result, as opposed to workbooks, and the PDFs and the guides that I was delivering before. They weren't specific to you. Sure, they gave you examples. Sure, they gave you, ideas, but they didn't actually do the writing for you. Now we have a tool that will do that. So all I'm doing is plugging in my expertise into this group so that you can get specific output specific to you with no prompts required. And let's not stop there. The exciting thing is, how can you do this for your audience? So for Mary, the next step is, wouldn't it be cool, Mary, if we created a AI tool, a GPT, that gave your farmers a particular piece of guidance, or some kind of psalm or some kind of teaching that you have already in your success guide, but it specifically kind of diagnoses and delivers it to them based on their problem that day? Wouldn't that be cool? And we can do that. We'll do that next month in the club. That's what I do. So inside the club, you not only get the tools, you also learn how to create the tools, which is really important. So my Small Business Growth Club is a monthly membership. The reason it's a monthly membership and not a course is that I don't reckon courses work. Okay, I'm just going to say it out loud. For me, as a mum of three, I've bought a ton of courses. I've very rarely completed them, and I very rarely has that learning stuck in the long term. I have done courses with the best of intentions, and I simply haven't been able to make it work. And in fact, the global completion rate for online courses is just 15%. That means there's 75, no, is my maths wrong? Aisha, you can tell me. 85% of people who are not doing the course. So I'm not alone. Tons of people forking out for this, that, and the other and just not doing it. Whereas a membership is an ongoing commitment. It's a longer term. It's lower cost for starters. That, hooray, we should all be happy about that. And it's also longer term. The membership is built to give you time, not just a month, not just 6 weeks, but 90 days plus. That is what you need to see real success. And Mary would know this. Mary's amazing. She's in the club every day, posting, sharing. She's getting the learnings iteratively, isn't it, Mary? Because it's like you can't take on so much in such a short time. You need to experiment, try, have a bit of time, come back to it, have a bit of time. And that's why I love memberships, because it's affordable for you and you have that time. My Small Business Growth Club is all about getting your strategy so you know how to talk to your ideal customer, building your profile. We've done a bit of that today, giving you the tools to create great content, giving you the questions to have maximum engagement. Mary did this really successfully last week, Mary, when you were asking me, what should I ask my audience? And we came back with a whole bunch of cool questions. And Mary, let me know in the chat how you went with those questions, because, once you ask a question, you can get instant results. You don't need to spend $50,000 on a marketing focus group. You can ask those questions in your stories, in other Facebook groups. You can ask them on LinkedIn. Questions are your key to sales. That's why we have them included in the club. And finally, we're all about results. We're all about monetization. We're all about getting you the financial gains that you're seeking. I do this with 100 plus proven growth templates. Obviously, the AI tools that I'm demonstrating this week are there. I also have Canva tools and Notion productivity tools. They're all ready for you to access. And I have a big problem on my radar, which Aisha says, oh, yes, with the courses. I think we both know that it's a bit of a dirty secret in the industry, is that people don't access it, right? You can do whatever you want and people just do not access the thing that you've done. So hopefully with these AI tools, I'm making it so easy. It's just one link to get these incredible tools, to start using them. Oh, am I sharing the wrong window? I'm sharing the wrong window. All this time I've been thinking I was sharing my visuals, and I've been sharing the wrong thing. It happens to the best of us, doesn't it? The Canva tools are amazing. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, I'm updating the Canva tools now to integrate the AI tools into them. So my next thing, Aisha, is that obviously having the ChatGPT tools is great, but then you want to have the visuals too. And so what I'm doing is I'm combining ChatGPT with Canva to kind of bridge that gap. And I know it's going to get better. The technology is only going to improve. But so far, I'm giving you the tools to generate the ideas in ChatGPT and then fill them in Canva. And it's really exciting. So Mary says, wow, you're the best, Mary. just such a fan of you. So, like I said, my big problem in Small Business Growth Club is getting you into the learning. I know once you get into it, you'll love it. And I know once you do it, you'll achieve success. But this is the block. This is the block. So there are 5 ways to grow in Small Business Growth Club. No, it's not just one monthly call where if you're at the wrong time, you don't get it. You can access the learning by watching Instagram stories. It comes out directly to your Instagram feed. You can access the learning via our online training portal. We obviously have our Facebook group, just like this one, where we have tons of interaction and tons of people sharing their content, asking for ideas, launching. You're surrounded by business owners who are action takers. We also have our weekly email that goes out every Sunday, and we have 2 monthly calls, just like this, where I show up live. I'm interested in you. We have a chat. You can listen along, and they're all recorded and replayed in the portal. I love my Small Business Growth Club because it'll make you money. So that's the best thing about this. If you're looking for an example of, but Jade, I'm at this level and I need to go to this level before I can invest in your club. Well, I've done it. I've done the thing. I was also at your level, wherever you're at. And I have monetized, I have built up, I have grown, and I've invested back in myself and my business. So whether you're at a 0 to 1K per month, we can help you successfully monetize your offer, which I think many people think that that's an insurmountable challenge, but I've just done it. So who better to teach you? If you are making from 1K to 10K a month, we can help you target the right people. That's a thing with small business owners that I see. They just have this scattergun approach. They're like, I'm going to post about this random thing today or that random thing tomorrow. And again, I hope you can see through this entire presentation and this entire week, we're zeroed in. We're laser focused on your customer. Your customer needs to be at the forefront of everything that you do. So it's not me being the guru that tells you what to do. It's your customer. I just help guide you back to that person so that you can execute. If you are from 10K to 20K a month, I can help you scale with the right systems. And if you are flourishing, making 50K a month, then you have your profit soaring. And there's no better person to invest with than me because I can become your personal photographer, videographer, and content wingwoman. Done. We've got it all here. You will save money from Small Business Growth Club too. So don't forget this graph. This graph for me is probably one of the most important graphs in this entire presentation, in that I feel like every small business owner is standing here right now in the middle of this circle with every other professional yelling at them, telling them to buy their thing because this is the thing that will change their life. And I want to tell you now, that one thing will not change your life because it only works in an ecosystem of all of them working together. Your funnel doesn't work by itself because how do you get people into the funnel? Oh, then you need the ads. And then what creative do you put on the ads? Oh, then you need the brand. Oh, but how do you get the brand? Then you need the SEO. Then you need the email system to send it. Oh, and by the way, do you have video for your ads? These are all things that you need at once. And that is why I really encourage you to come and join Small Business Growth Club, because instead of forking out 20K per month that you don't have, that will send you in the red and send you broke. And I have seen business owners do this. I have contacts that have done this, that their businesses have just gone bust because they told me at the start, and they had really good reasons. They were like, oh, I don't want to work with you because I want comprehensive, I want to, start with the top level thing. And while I commend that idea, I think there's a saying, start how you want to continue. And I commend that phrase. That's just not smart business. You don't start that way in business. You start how you want to continue by making a profit from day one. And then you build on that profit day after day after day. And yeah, you get these tools when your business is ready for it, when you can afford it, and when it is genuinely going to create the positive effects that you perceive. Because if you do go and invest in a brand strategist and you spend $15,000, if you don't have the email system to back you up, you've just missed out on the huge opportunity of all those people coming to you because of your branding. So this is a waste of time right now. What you need is a cohesive and comprehensive business system that grows and scales with you, that is small but powerful. Will you save time? Jade, I used the StoryBrand GPT to rewrite my free masterclass. Ah, how exciting, Mary. That's a genius way to use it. Yes, because the StoryBrand GPT would have given you the plan that you need to share with your audience. And like Francis, Mary, I can help work with you on like getting a nice graphic for that, because I can't tell you how empowering it was for me when I got, this graphic that I love, and I love to, I basically post it every single day because I can't love it enough, which is, showing you that I have a plan for you. And I think that you, Mary, showing your audience that you have a plan for them with their faith journey, taking them from a place of overwhelm, stress, and frustration to a place of acceptance, equilibrium, and, empowerment through faith. I think that is just so graphically, it is so powerful. And Aisha, I think for you as well, like it's all a good thing to talk a good game about empowering ambitious women, right? But how can you show them that you have a plan for them to get them there? Whether they're making 10K a month, or whether they're making 5K a month, or whether they're making $0 a month. Do you have that plan visually mapped out for them? This is part of that very old sales selling technique, which is show, don't tell. So this is really important to me. And yeah, like I said, in my club, I have all these templates ready so we can explore how to adapt them for you to use in your masterclasses as well. So saving you money, saving you time. One of my big pain points is sitting around in online workshops and webinars. Although we've just done an hour-long workshop together, this is very special for me. I don't like to do this every week. I prefer my learning to be bite-sized and snackable, because literally every morning at 9 a.m. I have to drop my kids off at school, and literally every day at 2:30 I have to pick them up from school. So my day is very much truncated and very much limited, and anyone who's ever had the school timeline to work around understands how little the time that actually is. So for me, my learning is best delivered in bite-sized chunks. I like to access it quickly, think about it, digest it, and then apply it. And that's why you will save 11 hours per week by being part of my Small Business Growth Club. I have your faster strategy. I literally just did it. Mary just ran it. This is so powerful to have AI doing your strategy. Now Mary can then use that in her masterclass. No, she didn't have to pay 3.5 grand to a brand strategist. No, she didn't have to brief someone or talk about her business. She just gave it to AI and it was delivered for her. So again, incredible time saving. Faster learning, as I mentioned, my preferred way to learn is in bite-sized chunks. So none of my videos are beyond 7 minutes. They're all very short, sharp, and practical, and they come in those multiple different ways. You can access them in the Facebook group or in the newsletter, depending on where you're at that week. I'm also all about faster sales. This big thing I hear, you have to sell with your email list. Well, how do you get an email list? Oh my God, you've got to try and build an email list. Anyone who's tried to build an email list will tell you it is a hard slog. So for me, the sales really come down to being present and active in the DMs. And that could be in DMs, on LinkedIn, it can be on Facebook, it could be on Instagram, wherever the DMs are. But you've got to understand, people shop in public, but they buy in private. People want to be connected to individually. And you'll see me after this, workshop series. I'll be going to people in the DMs and being like, how did you find that? Thanks for coming along. I'd love to spend time with you. I think this could be really beneficial for you. That's where the sales happen. And working with me, you get faster results because I've done it. I've monetized my audience and I've grown it to 127K. And this means it can work for you. So how do you know that this system will work for you? Well, because it's already working for all of my Small Business Growth Club members. Like I said, this is not a theory. This is not a launch I have never done before. All of these tools are active and available in the club right now. So these are some comments from my members. These are brilliant, all capital letters. One very happy customer here. Perfect for faceless content. I love these templates. They help me share content in a different way. I totally love what it came up with for me. This is all working. And, while I finished COVID with 100,000 followers, I've also grown to 127,000 followers now. So my systems are still working, still rocking on, and I am questing to find that ultimate sustainable system and share it with you. So these are comments from my Small Business Growth Club members. So much value in this membership. Someone has said to me, so much value here, Jade. To be honest, I was a bit scared of ChatGPT, but it's so simple and I can definitely use it for my biz. I love hearing things like that. Honestly, I felt like you were reading my mind when I was watching it. This is because I'm listening to you. I am embedded in the club. I'm in conversation with everyone. I brainstorm and workshop when we're not in conversation about how I can help Mary, how I can help Aisha. What does she need in her business this week? And that is what I decide to talk about. So we have comments like, the best club ever. All of your guidance, I wouldn't be here without you. It was way better than a lot of similar things that I've hopped into. Basically sold $399 off this story so far. 200 people signed up for my webinar. And that particular person was Amy who said that. So Amy is an example of how I've delivered these results for a client. I want you to meet Amy. She's my case study. She is a fantastic client because she was able to achieve success so fast. This success is available for everyone who joins the club, but let's take a look at Amy and how she did it. So when Amy joined me in January, she had 1,900 followers. By July, she had 50,000 followers. And that is because she applied what I said. So Amy says, joining Small Business Growth Club was a game changer. The confidence, knowledge, and techniques I gained from this community are immeasurable. I acquired 23,000 new followers, successfully launched my first webinar and coaching program, and gained 12 signups for my debut course. That is the that's the killer stat there. 12 signups for her first launch. I know that Aisha is on this call, and Aisha, you're seeking to do group programs. Imagine getting 12 people signed up on the very first time you launch something. The average signups for a first time is 4. Amy 3x that, you know. She got 3 times, tripled the average. This club is a must for anyone seeking online business growth, regardless of industry. Amy made $30,000 in revenue after signing up to the club, which, by the way, is on sale right now for $99 a month. Compare that $99 to her $30,000, and I know the investment is worthwhile. I want to give you an example of another person in the club who's achieved incredible results from a completely different industry. So Tressie is a brilliant color consultant, and in the style space, she sells personal color consultations. And she started with me about 4 or 5 months ago. And within 5 months, she was making 100 sales a month. 100 sales a month. Tressie, you can see here on the graph her checkout activity from around 30, 40 sales to start to over 100 sales within 4 months. And again, here we've got her subscriber growth. So this is subscribers of her email list and her followers. So, a lot of people say that, oh, followers are just vanity metrics. Well, they're not a vanity metric if you've got a concrete strategy, you've got your ideal customer, and you're using it to call them in. This is business 101. And I love to see Tressie's success and how she was able to grow 10,000 followers and also monetize that following. So Mary says, my free masterclass launch signups July 16 is my focus. Absolutely, Mary. So your focus, Mary, needs to be on your ideal customer, and you need to think about what pain do they have right now that is going to motivate them and compel them to come to your masterclass to solve that pain, whatever it may be: stress, overwhelm, financial instability. I know you do a lot of recipes, Mary. It could be like nutrition health, but you need to find out really clearly what is the pain that they're struggling with and what can you share with them that's going to solve that pain. That's how you get people to sign up to what you're doing. In my club, we have beautiful women business owners like Elisa, who is a mom of 4. She has a brand new bub who is her 4th little bub, and she took the time out of her day to write this incredible comment that was all about the club. This was in a public forum. I didn't ask her to write this. She just felt compelled to share what she loves about the club. She has been in the club for years now. I think Lisa joined me, sometime after COVID, so maybe a year after COVID. So I think she's been in the club maybe 3 years now. And the way she describes the club is just so nice because it is stuff that I've worked on so hard to deliver. She says everything is delivered in bite-sized chunks, so no worries if you're time poor. All the tutorials and videos have captions, so if you're in a situation where you can't listen to audio, you don't miss out. Also, Jade is super responsive to DMs and questions. She actually cares about her members and how they're doing and celebrates alongside us with our wins, no matter how small. Her tutorials and suggestions are actually doable and actionable. She doesn't speak in jargon, plus she's genuine, as are the members within her community. It's a great supportive environment. I'm currently on unpaid mat leave with bub number 4, so money is tight, and her membership is pretty much the only non-family expenditure I've kept. What a beautiful thing to write about another business owner, another mother, another woman who is trying to, and that person is me, and I'm trying to make an impact. I'm trying to support others in a way that is affordable, that is fast, that is practical, and I want to get my system working hard for you. So I want to let you know that I have a special offer this week. I am so excited to share this with you because it is 50% off my current prices. That is for this week only, and it is a special offer of $99 per month to join my Small Business Growth Club. This is the most powerful membership on the planet, powered by AI, but also really practical and responsive. Mary needs signups for her July 16 masterclass. Well, Mary, you've got me and all of AI working behind you to help you connect with others who you are going to help. There is no downside to this. There is no limit to this. Your focus and your challenge, Mary, is to really zero in on their pain and to genuinely offer something that gives them a gain. And when you have genuine transformation on the table and you communicate that consistently to others, they come. Not because of some fancy business trick, but because that's what humans need. Humans need help. This is the survival of our species. We help each other. And Mary, you can help people in ways that they could never deliver for themselves, in the same way that they can help me and you in ways that we could never do for ourselves. Business is simply the way we make this happen. Sales is a natural part of being human. And I want to help support you. I want to help support you with a really affordable price that you can fit into your budget, that's going to empower you to grow and scale and reach the people that you can make an impact on. And this offer is for this month only. I'm going to share the offer link in the chat. I hope you have a chance to have a look at it. It's incredible. This week only. It's just part of my live launching. And then it will go back up to the normal price. So I've got my special code that you can use to access this deal, 50% off ongoing, using the code AI50. So I'm just going to write that in the chat. In our club, we have incredible business owners like Mary who are doing the things, who are actioning the things. Mary's got her launch coming up. What a cool community to be part of. They say that you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And if you're like me, it's probably not, you don't have a lot of other small business owners around you, maybe. So being part of an online community where people like Mary are actioning things, are taking advice, are sharing their wisdom, are, just so positive and energetic. That energy flows through to you. And that's how you get the things done. You surround yourself with people who are doing the things. So use the code AI50 for 50% off this week only. I hope you can see how today has been useful, interesting, engaging, and simple for you to action. As I mentioned, it is just one part of your entire system. I make this fast, affordable, and doable for small business owners. Today, we ticked off your bio. Tomorrow, we're going to dive into your content. I hope you've enjoyed today. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I appreciate you. I love your small business. I want to see you not only survive, but thrive. And I have the success path system here ready and waiting for you to dive into, that is going to be the game changer and be the circuit breaker that's going to free you from the overwhelm and really help you focus on the one person who matters, which is your ideal customer. I hope you've enjoyed spending time with me today. Thank you so much for your time and energy. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Aisha. Till next time. Bye.